mean, if you're used to committing rape and getting away with it, or committing all these white-collar crimes and getting away with it, it's going to be a real bummer when you can't do that anymore.
Based on this research, they are more violent. Do you want more wars? Do you want more bloodshed? Do you want more chaos? Then you know what to do. Joseph YouTube, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Question for you guys real quick. What would the world be like? What do you think the world would be like if women ruled the world? And by that, I mean ruled every part of the world entirely. Would the world be a better place? A lot of feminists have this conversation and they believe it definitely would. What do you think? Let's check out this video of this chick. She starts from the premise of answering why she believes a lot of men are afraid of women ruling the world. Do you agree? That's my question. Conversation down below. Let's get it.
I think men are afraid of women ruling the world for a couple reasons. The first one, I think, is that men are afraid that women will rule the world in the ways that men have. They're afraid we might rule with an iron fist and oppress them. That will limit and restrict their rights. That will treat them the way that they've treated us, will match their energy. But this is because a lot of men struggle to have empathy and compassion, and for women, that's our strong suit, sometimes to a fault. I also think these same men fear losing some benefits. If they're the ones benefiting, but the greater good isn't benefiting, that's scary to them. And I think women would come in and zoom way out and see the big picture and think, what will be in the greatest good of all? How can everyone benefit? And let's face it, they've been the ones making the rules. They're the ones that have also been exceptions to these rules. I mean, if you're used to committing rape and getting away with it, or committing all these white-collar crimes and getting away with it, it's going to be a real bummer when you can't do that anymore. What if we find religions or cultivate religions where we're worshiping a woman? That's not going to be fun if you're a misogynist.
Wow. A lot was said there. So she said that we are, as men, afraid of a world where women rule because they might take away our rights to commit different kind of crime there. I'm not going to delve too deep into that. But here, okay, fine. Let's do it. Because what I find interesting, she talks about men getting away with rape. And recently, the weird things that I really can't talk about this too much on my channel. And a lot of people wonder, well, why can't you? There's just certain topics that will have your channel literally taken away. And a lot of content creators avoid those topics. One of those, female teachers who are getting caught with boys. And we're seeing more of that happen a lot more often. I'm saying that to say that painting men as the only gender that commits those type of atrocious crimes is disingenuous. We know it happens a lot on the other side as well. And then she goes on to mention one particular point that I thought was really interesting. She talks about how women are able to see things from a bigger picture. They're able to look around and wonder, how is this benefiting everyone as a whole? I find that really interesting because we live in a time where women are more influential when it comes to the type of laws and policies that are set up, more influential and involved than they've ever been in history. And the question is, what has that resulted everybody? When I say everybody, I'm talking about men. I'm talking about women. I'm talking about families. Are families doing better overall? Are children doing better overall? Are men doing better overall? Are women happier overall? No. In fact, I believe we've just created a more entitled and self-focused society. Hey guys, did you know that I'm on Facebook? Go ahead and hit that link pinned to the top of the comment section. If you're on Facebook, give me a follow. You can keep track of current content, shorts, and also older content if you are following me on Facebook. Appreciate you guys back into the video. So guys, I've got another video that I want to play you guys real quick. Before we get into that, let's check out some comments real quick. First comment here says, emotions make it hard to make cutthroat decisions. So this commenter is saying women are really emotional. Goes on to say, sometimes you can't make it where everyone wins, and you have to be cold and calculated in many situations in life. Very, very true. Mind you guys, these comments are in response to the chick who says women would be able to see things from a bigger picture instead of just fulfilling their own greed of power, is what a lot of feminists like to use. Another comment here says 100% solid points right here. Another comment here says, yes, I've been with an insecure man who fears my personal power. Somebody else here says, I agree with this. Here's another comment that says, if you were ruling, what would be your first action? I'm curious if she answered that. Hold on a second. I gotta find it. Let me see. All right, guys. So I checked her profile. I looked underneath that comment. She didn't respond to that comment. So let's keep going here. Another woman here who agrees with her says something needs to change because nothing can last under this rule much longer. But we no longer live in a patriarchy. So the question is, with all the progress we've made on the feminist front, this is where we've ended up now. People are more miserable. Families are more broken than ever. And here we are. Anyways, I thought another content creator who I'm going to actually pin to the top of the comment section here did a good job responding back to her video. And we're going to get into that. Let's get it.
First of all, if you actually understood history, you'd know we've had female rulers before. And if you actually took a good look at history, you would notice that female rulers are actually 20% more likely to be warmongers.
Look at that. Warmongers, he says. Look at that title at the top. It says, don't mess with a queen, with the exclamation mark. Female rulers over the past 500 years have waged war more often than kings. More often than kings.
Mainly because women are far less likely to actually have to go to war or to have been to war. Most of the kings throughout history were also warriors who fought with their men. As such, they were way more cautious in actually engaging in war. Women just sent men to do their dirty work, so they were more trigger happy with starting one.
Makes sense. Let's check out this article because I'm curious now. I'm going to pull it up here. Let's go find it. All right, so here we are. Of course, there's the title. I'm just going to summarize it here. It says, female rulers over the past 500 years have been 27% more likely to wage war than male counterparts, with queens often winning new territory and showcasing a penchant or preference for military actions even when ruling solo. So they wanted to be specific there and say even when they're ruling solo, they're still more vicious, bloodthirsty. But this reminds me of the statistic of the DV increase when it comes to same-sex couples that are female. They have the highest DV cases. I mean, take two emotional people and put them in a room together. What do you think you're going to get? Let's keep listening. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at the article. Drink the coffee.
Drink the coffee. It'll make you feel better.
Goes on to say female rulers historically are more inclined to wage war than male rulers. Married queens, especially warlike, frequently engaged in warfare. Queens often managed foreign and war policies while husbands handled state management. Queens' territorial success attributed to their management style and division of labor. Female rulers, including solo queens, showed aggression in pursuing war policies independent of spouses. They made sure they put that in there. Independent of their spouse, they would show aggression in pursuing war policies. Examples like Isabel I of Castile and Elizabeth I of England demonstrate female rulers' military prowess and territorial gains. Research challenges the notion that women leaders are inherently less violent than men. Based on this research, they are more violent. Do you want more wars? Do you want more bloodshed? Do you want more chaos? Then you know what to do. Let's check out some of these comments. First comment here says, yeah, before I dropped out of college, I did an extensive essay on this for history class. It was honestly an interesting piece of history. Somebody else here says, thank you for this. I get tired of telling people this. Listen, guys, as always, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you, as always, for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.